G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing my tips for round 21 of the season. And I'll tell you what, round 20 was a bit of a disaster for everybody. There was upsets everywhere, and out of all of that I've gone down to 8th, I think from 7th. I might have been 7th last week. And we've got a new leader as well, ESPN fan. We've got a few numbers going on there, 709 037 243 2 and then 3. Congratulations for being in front at round 20. 122, looking the goods. Hopefully we can get a better week underway this week, and there's going to be some crazy matches. There's lots of 8-point games out there. There's been 8-point games for probably the last 3 or 4 weeks, to be honest. And they don't come bigger than Friday night with the Western Bulldogs hosting Richmond at Marvel Stadium, their favourite. I don't know how their record goes with Mini to see whether the Tigers are decent at Marvel, but they have the mindset that they don't like it. The Dogs love it. I think they've lost the last 2, the Dogs, or 3 of their last 4. Very tough one to pick. I mean, if it was at the MCG, I'd definitely go Richmond. Doggies got them early in the year just. I'll go the Doggies here. I'll go 11 points. Close one for sure. And it should be a classic. We move to Saturday, then we've got Essendon hosting West Coast. This one will be at Marvel Stadium. And it's I think it's a formality to go with the Bombers here. Eagles got the win over North over there. Just, I think that says it all with how they're going at the moment. Anything's possible, but you'd suggest the Bombers are a little bit too good there. They've got North Melbourne coming up as well, so hopefully they'll help them out a little bit in the win-loss ratio. Over to Adelaide, we've got the Crows hosting the Suns, and what an interesting game this could be as well. We know the Gold Coast got the Crows. This was over in Darwin earlier in the year, probably not too long ago. It was probably like 6 or 7 weeks ago now. And the Suns came back miraculously. I don't think it'll be happening this time around. Crows were looking very strong against the Power. They geared themselves up for a big game. They obviously haven't been in great form, but here's their chance in their season once again on the line. Just simply have to win if they want to keep their chances alive. 4:35 game. This is interesting. Feels like a lot of games going on at once. Hawthorn hosting the Pies. This one's at the MCG. Hawks were disappointing. I backed them in against the Saints and they let me down. I'll be going the Pies to respond after their loss to Carlton, and Hawthorn's still a fair way to go. I suggest they'll give them a bit of a run for their money at portions, but Pies to overrun them for sure. Oh, what a game this is. GMHBA, we got Geelong and Port Adelaide. Interestingly, Geelong favourites. No Blitzarves, no Hawkins. Pretty big outs for the Cats and pretty big weapons, and already struggling with them in the side. Port Adelaide also, they've lost 3 in a row after they won 13 in a row. So they're a little bit proppy at the moment. They've got themselves in a great position, but they're on a bit of a knife's edge as well. Both teams a little bit out of form. I'll be going Geelong even when it's felt absolutely hopeless. We've won unexpectedly, which is ironic. I felt like we did that against Melbourne. We were very poor against the Dockers, but I've just got to, unless we're absolutely terrible, and I don't think we're there just yet, to tip Geelong in Geelong. It's hard. I'd be very concerned if we lost 3 at the category for the year, but anything's possible. Giant Stadium, GWS hosting Sydney. 2 sides that have been in real red-hot form. Sydney won their last 3. Giants, I think they've won 7 in a row. I'm going to go the Giants here. They stole victory from the jaws of defeat last time when Toby Green kicked one with about 30 seconds to go, and they were about 3 or 4 goals down in the last quarter. So, they've found themselves in that situation several times where they've just been too strong to find a way, and they've willed themselves over the line, really, and they've had a lot of, courageous comebacks this year, that's for sure. I see GWS, at their home deck being too strong. Could go either way, though. It's Battle of the Bridge. Sunday, we've got Melbourne going to Tassie to play North Melbourne in what will be yeah, a tough clash for the Roos, you'd suggest. D's are in super form, possibly the number 2 seed at the moment, while sitting 4th on the table. I think they'll be too good. Always tricky conditions up there in North. Slightly play a better footy there. I reckon Melbourne will get the job done. We then move to Marvel Stadium, and St Kilda have got the Blues. We'll see if they do have the Blues on the night. But I think, it's hard to go past Carlton at the moment. They won 6 in a row. Their forms, they've been the best teams in the competition. They defeated Collingwood and Port Adelaide not too long ago. I'm trying to think of who else they've beaten of significance. I'm sure there's other teams there on the page there that's not quite coming through at the moment. But they've defeated 2 of the best teams in the comp. Looking really good. Play well at Marvel. St Kilda are just going. They sort of bet up on the Hawks, and they've had their last 3 wins have been North, Melbourne, Hawthorn, and West Coast, and 2 of them weren't convincing. I'm more convinced of what Carlton are doing. Over to Optus Stadium for the final game of the round. We have Fremantle hosting the Brisbane Lions. Potential banana peel game for the Lions here. It's a big clash. They have to get back on the winners list if they want to have any chance of securing that top 2, which they'll definitely need, so they're not travelling to Adelaide or Melbourne as much. I reckon Brisbane will win. Freo might have a bit of wind up them after their win down at the Cattery, although, Brisbane should be too classy and too tough to get the job done. Well, they'll be hoping for a big response, and, traditionally play well against the Dockers. As I look at the form line, and this could be anything. 3 of the last 5, so the Dockers can trip up teams, that's for sure. Just ask Cats fans at the Cattery where they've won there a lot, more than most teams have. It's amazing how some teams haven't won for 20 years. You get Adelaide, who've been a better side than the Dockers at times in the last 10, 20 years. And then Fremantle and GWS just they blink and they win. So there you go. Once they play the GMHBA. Not a Geelong supporter, by the way. Who would have thought? So, anyway, round 21, Western Bulldogs to get the win. Essendon, Adelaide, Collingwood. Go on my Cats, the team I barrack for. GWS, Melbourne, Carlton, Brisbane. Those are my picks for round 21. Guys, if you haven't already, subscribe away on the channel to keep up to date with how you're going in the tips and how I'm tracking, because that's really, really important. Give the video a like, and I appreciate you joining in. Comment your tips down below, and wishing you all a great weekend and filled with incredible results football-wise. So there you go. That's all from me, guys. Appreciate you tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.